Good evening. Welcome to Interesting Talks with Footprints. I hope your glass is half full rather than half empty. And that you've had a nice Valentine's evening. Today's Valentine's Day. So hopefully you've all had a good Valentine's evening. Those that celebrate it and those who are waiting for Mr. or Mrs. Right still, there's always hope out there. There's always somebody for somebody. Today's talk is about self-care secrets. Now, one of my bugbears has been, in some ways, there's a lot of self-care, self-help companies out there that make literally millions and billions of pounds off of people yearly, selling them their products for them to feel better, to get better, to be okay, quote unquote. But you know, self-care really can be done for nothing or very, very low cost. And what do I mean by that? It's just how you look after yourself. What do you do for yourself when it comes to self-care? It's something that we can all do better at, including myself. But I've got a few tips here to give you some ideas of some of the things that you can do to increase your success rate at looking after you. And one of the things I would say you could do is in the morning, the very first thing you do in the morning is when you get up, is make your bed. You might think that that's what I make my bed anyway. But making your bed is an achievement, it's something you've accomplished. You've got out of your bed, you've made it. That's one job out of the way that you've completed successfully. And it's something to commend, because no matter what you're going to do that day, you could be a firefighter, a policeman, a heart surgeon. The first job you're going to do, get it done, would be get out of bed, make your bed. Simple, simple tip. Now, we all know that when people have got challenges with their mental health, it tends to cost a lot of money to get it fixed, to get somebody to listen to you. You might even have to wait 9 months at a doctor's surgery to get to see a therapist, which usually, in my opinion, that's far too long. And of course, the problem it probably got much worse, to be frank. So what can you do? Well, if you're on medication, make sure you take that medication. Make sure you take that medication regularly as you're supposed to, so that it will have its benefits to help you. That's if you're on medication. Another thing to do is to eat a balanced diet, balanced food diet, as in having proteins, carbohydrates, good fats that you need to have, eating vegetables, fruits. Carbohydrates need to be a part of your diet. Make sure you have a balanced diet and you eat regularly. I think they say you need, if you're at wake times, you should eat every 4 hours. So make sure you eat every 4 hours. This can make such a big difference in how you feel about yourself and how your mood affects you, how you feel just by what you eat. Drink regularly. Make sure you drink enough water. Also very, very important. We underestimate the challenges that can come about when we don't have enough water in our body. We won't function as we normally would do. Something else you need to think about is sleeping. Your sleep routine, your sleep pattern. How do you sleep? What is your sleep routine? I mentioned the other day to somebody, a friend of mine, and I was saying to them something about a sleep specialist. There was a word for it. I can't remember what it is now. But there's people that are actually trained to help people to get to sleep, and they specialize in it. If you didn't know, like my friend didn't know, now you do. You know, you could contact your doctor and you could say to them, you want to see the sleep, I wouldn't say sleep doctor, but sleep specialist. They've got tips and methods and ways to help people to go to sleep and stay asleep and for it to become a part of their life, their routine. Other things what you can think about is taking a bath, showering regularly. You know, I'm not onto people's hygiene, but if you take a bath or a shower every day or every 2 days or every 3 days, it feels like you're washing off a lot of your troubles. A lot of your negative thoughts, negative behaviors can be washed away simply by just taking that lovely shower or that lovely bath. You feel like you can actually feel as if you're washing stuff away. And obviously you feel better about yourself. All of these things are like little tweaks to get you to be the best you can be. What else can we think of that we need to do? Making yourself be able to declutter your environment. If you've got your desk, it's got loads of bits on it, loads of stuff on it that you don't need, or your bedroom's really, got loads of clothes that some needs washing, some need ironing, all over the place. Everything's helter-skelter. Believe you me, it doesn't help your mental state. If you do cleanse your house, cleanse your room, cleanse your work desk, make it in an orderly fashion, you too, your brain will feel better. Appreciate it. It's just how we are. So small little tweaks like this help you to feel better about you. Then there's also moving your body. If you're indoors and you don't go out, let's say you're somebody who's got anxiety, you don't really like going out of the house, but then, do some hoovering. You do 2 jobs at once. Hoovering the house, cleaning the house. They're exercises. You don't have to go to the gym and do strenuous exercise to do exercise. You can just do it by simply walking around the house. And if you've got anxiety about going outdoors, and if you don't, then you can actually get outdoors and go for a walk, go to the park, just walk, get out of the house, do some form of exercise. Your body will appreciate it, and so will your mental health, so will your mind appreciate it. Simple things you can do. Also connect with people that you get on with. This could be short-term friends that you've only just recently met, but you really got a real good bond with them. Or it can be people that you've known most of your life that really know you. Connect with them, either on FaceTime, telephone, or ideally face-to-face. Make time. I know we've all got busy lives, but make time for other people and then make time for you. And you sit down, you talk, and you discuss about nothing in particular. But you can talk deeply. It's okay having a quick conversation at the water fountain with your friend. Just say, oh, how's the weather? The weather's cold. Oh, it's too hot. Those kind of conversations are cool. There's nothing really wrong with them. But a real in-depth conversation with somebody who you like and they like you and you got a good rapport with each other is really useful and beneficial for your mental health. Reconnect. So what would I say? In short, sleep routine. Sort out your sleep routine. Make it a routine. Turn off things that you don't want around you when you're going to sleep, and do it every night, and it becomes a routine. And even when you're on holidays, let's say, for example, from work, stick to this routine so you don't have to struggle to get back into it. Eat mindfully. Think about what you're eating, how you're eating, what times you're eating, and what stuff you're putting in your stomach. Because also, they say your stomach is like your second brain. So if you treat your digestive system correctly, it can help you also mentally, because they say it's like your second brain. There's so much that goes on in your digestive system that affects your moods. Boundaries. Now, when I talk about boundaries, people tend to think, oh, he's talking about, setting strict boundaries to protect yourself. They help you to regulate your mental health and your surroundings, because you've set boundaries that you don't do this, you don't do that. And you notify people about it as well. Those that are in contact with you, you notify them of your boundaries as and when necessary. And that helps to protect your mental health and your physical health as well, to be quite honest. Being able to disconnect. What do I mean by that? Being able to disconnect. Just at times, just turn off your phones. You don't need to be connected to the world all the time. You don't need to watch the news, take on all information that's available to you, because you're going to basically have information overload, which has happened a lot to people anyway. But I'm just reminding you that can happen. So being able to disconnect. And of course, organizing. Organizing yourself is a fantastic thing. Being things that are in order, similar to decluttering. If things are organized, then it gives you an opportunity to have peace of mind, a peaceful life. So organize. That's something for you to do. Now, come to the end of this talk now. So what are these tips do you find that benefit you the most? What ones will you run away with and use? Leave it in the comments section so that I can see it and other people can see it, and we'll get a little bit of a debate going, because we always know we can learn from each other. So hopefully you found this talk interesting and it's reached corners of your mind that you would not have thought about thinking about self-care yourself, and you find it beneficial. Do like, share and leave comments. To 2 weeks' time, take good care of yourself. Try your best to stay positive. Bye for now.